And a warm welcome here ahead of qualifying for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Normally these streets are lined with vehicles, it's non-stop traffic jams, but today the roads are closed to everyone except the 20 best drivers in the world. It's time for qualifying for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Ahead of us in this session at the moment are Sargent and Leclerc, and just behind us are Hamilton, Ocon and Tsunoda. Okay, so the current fastest lap, 1 minute 38.0. So, as for the cars around us, just ahead are Alonso, and we're in front of Sargent, Ocon and Leclerc. The fastest lap at the moment, 1:37.4. Ahead of us in this session at the moment are Alonso and Norris, and just behind us are Zhu, Leclerc and Hauger. Okay, so the current fastest lap, 1 minute 36.7.
But don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix. And a warm welcome to you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku and home, of course, to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today. So our drivers will have to stay very much on their toes and hopefully out of the barriers. Baku City Circuit then. It's an unpredictable 3.7-mile track around the streets of the Azerbaijan capital. 20 turns for our drivers to navigate today, including the infamous Turn 8, one of the tightest and most challenging corners of the season. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. An immense lap from Fernando Alonso yesterday puts him on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Golden Boy, Joe, Sargent, Leclerc, Stroll, Hauger, Ocon, Tsunoda, Russell, Iwasa, Martins, Teo Pourchaire, Oscar Piastri, Hamilton, Bottas, Magnussen, Deruvala, Maloney, Leclerc, and Alex Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And alongside me here today in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, you know, those pre-race rituals are essential to...
Right then, the formation lap gets underway here on the streets of Baku. I suspect the drivers today will be very mindful of that narrow uphill section at the Old Town Wall. It requires pinpoint accuracy, and perhaps more crucially, courage. We're almost ready to start the race as the cars take their positions on the grid, with the drivers and teams making their final preparations.
Final lap of the race, final lap.
Flag, and our winner has landed. It's Lando Norris for victory.
Well, another race victory today. You could clearly see they're driving out there with very little pressure. You know they have the performance, they know they've got the car under them as well, and this has done no harm, of course, for their championship chances.
Our winning drivers are on their way to the podium right now. It's been a fantastic race for McLaren, that's for sure. And no doubt, they'll be celebrating tonight. next time out. Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
As much as I love seeing big numbers on the books, we don't get any benefits from leaving it in the bank. Let's spend some of this cash. Not an easy decision, but you handled it well. Thanks.
As night falls in Singapore, the track starts to warm up, and it'll be red hot by the time we find out who's on pole for tomorrow's race. Time to set the grid then. Welcome along to qualifying here in Singapore.
So, just ahead of us in this session at the moment are Alonso and Zhu. And we're in front of Leclerc, Hauger and Stroll. Okay, so the current fastest lap, 1 minute 43.9. That's P1, and just behind us are Norris, Sargent and Alonso. Fastest lap at the moment, 1:41.6. so as for the cars around us, just ahead are Norris and Sargent, and just behind us are... Fantastic, you've got pole position!
Goodbye for now then, but really we're just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow. Marina Bay hosted a Grand Prix that briefly ran in the 60s and 70s, but the Garden City re-entered the calendar for good in 2008. We missed it for a couple of years, but it was great to come back to the Singapore Grand Prix. Things have changed slightly around the Marina Bay circuit with 4 corners removed between turns 16 and 19. It means the lap length is now just over 3 miles, and that might come as a welcome relief to the drivers, and more especially their brakes. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Golden Boy lines up on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Sargent, Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Joe, Stroll, Tsunoda, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Hauger, Iwasa, Théo Pourchaire, Ocon, Maloney, Leclerc, Martins, Albon, Magnussen, Deruvala, Bottas, and George Russell ends our grid lineup. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And striding into our commentary box to join us today, the man, the myth, the legend, Anthony Davidson. As we all know, every single driver wants to know what's required of them. And in the case of this driver, I think things are pretty stable at the moment, that they're doing what the team require.
Well, that's the thing, you know, as a driver, it's easy to feel like you're the individual. It's all about you. And, you know, you want to further your career the best you can, but you have to have the team hat on as well and play the team game, work with your teammate as best you can. It's not an easy balance to figure out.
Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out. As the cars make their way back to the starting grid to form up and get ready for lights out, let's hope the race ahead today is a thrilling one that will go down as a memorable Grand Prix in the history books.
DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 2.0 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're currently 5th. And the time last lap, 1:33.8. Overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible. Norris is behind you. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 9 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The car behind has front wing damage. It will have a harder time keeping up with you, so keep pushing. Time last lap, 1:31.1. Okay, take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 2.0 seconds. Slow down before hitting the corners. We don't want to get a penalty. Fernando is in for his stop. Okay, let's go now. Come on. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Got some information on Hamilton for you. They're retiring from the race. Nice move, keep going. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Gap to your teammate behind, 15.1 seconds. Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done. That's P1. Sargent behind. They're on a fresh set of inters. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. the floor is now critically damaged. Of this lap. Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until we get the green flags. VSC ending. Wait for the greens. Green flag. Times are falling off now. We want you to pit for repairs. Box, box, box. Go, go! Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Side pods have taken damage. Keep an eye on your engine temperatures. Cooling may be adversely affected. We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button. Okay, safety car deployed, safety car's been deployed. Watch your delta, make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack. Okay, there have been further incidents on the track, so officials are moving to a full safety car. Right, drop your speed, our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap. Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace. Right, the safety car's waiting for the leader. You can... Okay, we need to push now. Use the overtake button for more power. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 5.9 seconds. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Left of this rain, then we think it's going to dry up. 10 minutes. Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Afternoon Stroll. Lance Stroll wins.
I know every race has equal importance in terms of points, but when you get to this part in the championship, it's clearly on your mind as you're looking to see how far up the order you can finish. And races like this certainly help that.
The Aston Martin team will be very happy with today's performance. And of course, the final result. Another display of excellent driving and excellent teamwork. And a well-deserved first-place finish. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.